All right, what is up, everybody? We are back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one. Today, we're talking about Team USA just wrapped up their final tune-up game against Germany. They got another win. We're going to talk about it here in today's video. Thank you guys for the views on the videos and the shorts recently. I really appreciate it. If you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, turn on notifications, and all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps it a lot. We did just hit 700 subscribers, so thank you guys a whole lot. I really appreciate it. 800 is next up, but thank you for 700. And yeah, links to my Twitter, TikTok, stuff like that in the description down below. And yeah, don't waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. So Team USA just finished their final tune-up game before going to actual Olympic play against Germany. They win 92-88. And some takeaways from this game. LeBron James. The last two games, LeBron James has shown he is the best player on Team USA. The last two games, he's been absolutely spectacular. Against South Sudan, he had a bunch of clutch plays. He had the game-winning shot eventually. It was just amazing. And he's the best player on the court. And in this game, he did very similar. From the very jump, he showed he was the best player on the court. And then late in this game, he had a three-pointer and then got a layup that ultimately ended up winning, kind of sealing the game for the U.S. Finish, again, leading the team in scoring 26-4. He shot 8 for 11 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3. He was just absolutely spectacular in this game, just doing it all. You know, making plays for himself, making plays for others, locking it defensively. And then when they need him, of course, there's been the whole question about if Team USA is in a close game and stuff, who they're going to go, you know, for the final shot. And it has been LeBron James. The last two games, when they need it, LeBron James has been the guy with the ball in his hands, closing the game out and winning the game for Team USA. So LeBron James has been absolutely spectacular in this game. Also, like that, Joel Embiid has been playing well. Joel Embiid, 15, 8, and 5 in this game, led the team in assist and rebounding in this game. And the last two games, he has kind of came alive. You know, the first three games, he looked very, not great. People calling for a starting job. I was one of those people saying AD should start over Joel Embiid. And last two games, he's shown some good things. He's shown he's finally kind of finding his niche on this team. You know, at first they were trying to kind of force feed him down low, make him be like a Shaq or something. But I feel like recently he's just been kind of getting it more in the flow of the offense more, using him a lot more. You know, with his playmaking ability, using a lot more in handoffs and in the paint. You know, cutting and stuff. Like, use him to make plays like that, and eventually he'll be able to find his way scoring because he most of the time he's going to be one of the biggest guys on the court. And you saw it today, his size in the paint, really was a big factor. So Joel Embiid has looked a lot better the last two games, and hopefully he can continue this on. Because if he gets going, that's going to be a huge plus for Team USA. Other guys, Steph Curry, solid game, 13 points, shot 5 for 13, only 1 for 7 from 3. But he was attacking a lot more in the paint. He's been really good so far as well. And some other guys like Anthony Edwards, 11 off the bench, shot 4 for 8, 3 for 6 from the free throw line. Missed a lot of easy ones too. You could definitely tell he was getting to the mid range and to the paint, which is what he likes to do. It just, couldn't hit shots, but I liked his aggressiveness, especially at some points near the end of the third, start of the fourth, where USA was kind of reeling a little bit and Germany was coming back. I liked his aggressiveness, even though he didn't make all the shots. I liked the aggressiveness and the shots he was taking. It just, he wasn't making them. Anthony Davis, another really good showing, 10 and 7, shot 3 for 5 from the field. He has, honestly, you can make an argument, he's probably been the most consistent player for Team USA so far. Throughout every game, he's just shown his impact on both ends, defensively and offensively. And he's been closing out the games as well. He's been closing out games ahead of Joel, and I really like that because I feel like his versatility, the way he's been controlling the paint, controlling the rebounding, is what Team USA really needs. And so Anthony Davis closing out games he's been really good. Jrue Holiday had a solid game as well, 10, 6, and 3. Shot 4 for 6, hit a couple 3-pointers. Didn't play a whole lot, but in the minutes he did play, he does Jrue Holiday things. Defensively, he does his thing. Really good in the rebounding today as well and hit a couple 3-pointers. After that, saw some good things from couple people. Bam Adebayo didn't play a whole lot. 4 and 6 with a block. Him and AD down low with that defense is just absolutely amazing. Like, that defense with him and AD is just unstoppable dang near. Like, who's really going to score on those two in the paint? So his versatility has just been great. Tatum, 4 and 6. Not the greatest game from Tatum watching. Missed a lot of easy shots, took a lot of tougher shots. Not good defensively. He has some little miscues and some bad fouls. So not the greatest game from Jason Tatum, unfortunately. Derek White, 2 points and a steal in this game. He was out there doing solid. just couldn't really hit shots. Devin Booker, 3 points, hit one shot. That one shot he hit was a big and one late in the game. But I keep saying I don't like Devin Booker in the starting lineup. They kept him in the starting lineup for continuity and trying to figure out this team. But ultimately, I just don't. I'm not really a big fan of Devin Booker in the starting lineup because I feel like it doesn't really do. He's not really fully unlocked with this team. The one game that I really loved from Devin Booker was him as a six man, coming off the bench and being more of the main ball handler with Anthony Edwards in the starting lineup. And I'm going to keep saying it. I think that should be the move. I think Devin Booker off the bench just works a lot more because I don't know. I just feel like him with the starting lineup, it makes him more. He has to be more of a tertiary ball handler and like a catch and shoot type player. And I feel like that's not really who Devin Booker is. Devin Booker is more of a guy that can play make and can do things for himself and for others. And I just feel like him replacing him and Anthony Edwards, putting Devin Booker in that six-man role. Anthony Edwards was basically the backup point guard today because Tyrese Haliburton did not play in this game, which I'm going to get to in a second. But Anthony Edwards, doing his thing off the bench, I feel like Devin Booker can do that and even better. I feel like Devin Booker has more point guard tendencies than Anthony Edwards. So I feel like Devin Booker being in that position, being the main ball handler off the bench, just unlocks him a lot more. And Anthony Edwards being in that starting lineup, Anthony Edwards can be a lot more of the because when Devin Booker's in that starting lineup, they need him when he's beside LeBron and Steph and Joel. They need him to be more of a get the ball and make a decision and score. Anthony Edwards has more of that game in him. When Anthony Edwards was starting, I really liked it. So I think switching Devin Booker and Anthony Edwards, putting Anthony Edwards in that starting line, putting Devin Booker as that six-man lead guy off the bench, I feel like just works a lot more wonders than what I'm seeing right now. Because Devin Booker has been struggling to kind of shoot the ball in these games. And then Tyrese Haliburton did not play in this game. His minutes have gone down every game. And that's just, kind of, it's no slight to Tyrese Haliburton. It's just, this team is so great. Someone is going to have to get kind of the short end of the stick. And it looks like Tyrese Haliburton might be that guy. And it kind of makes sense because, even though when he is on the court, he does provide a lot of value in terms of playmaking and get others involved. Because there's not a lot of people on Team USA that have the passing ability and have the ability to, just not really care if they score or get their shots, just make plays for everybody else. I'm going to bring the ball up and I'm just going to find everybody. But at the end of the day, again, he's not a scorer. And defensively, he's not really going to make a huge impact either. And so that kind of forces him to be because all the other guys like Jrue Holiday is going to impact the game defensively and when it's intangibles. Derek White, the same thing, is going to impact the game with intangible. Anthony Edwards is going to be a scorer. Jason Tatum is going to be a big body, and he's also going to make the right play. He's going to be able to score. AD and Bam down low, they do what they do. Joel, LeBron, Steph, obviously Devin Booker is going to be a guy that can, score. When Kevin Durant comes back, he's going to be a guy that's going to be able to fit in the offense to be a shooter and a scorer and going to fit in. So Tyrese Haliburton is just kind of the odd man out, it feels like, where he will probably get some time in the Olympics, and when they need someone like him, he will step in and do a good job. It's just with his skill set compared to everybody else on this team, he's going to be the guy that's going to get the short end of the stick and be the odd man out in a lot of situations, unfortunately. But, Germany had a great game. Dennis Schroeder, 13-10. The Wagner brothers did their thing. Andreas Obst was running around like a madman out there taking shots. Tice had a very solid game. Germany has a really good team. They won FIBA last year. They have a really, really good team, and it was a really tight game. USA throughout this game just had a lot of woes. I still had a little bit of a turnover problem. That's been a problem. Still having a little bit of, continuity and, kind of first time playing together things. A couple of defensive miscommunications that led to open threes and led to easy cuts and stuff down low. That's still something they really have to work on. That's still kind of like their main concern is like communication errors on both ends. Offensively, they clean up a lot on the offensive end in terms of, throwing the ball out of bounds, or I thought someone was going to be here. No, they're actually over here. It's more of the defense now, where it's kind of like two people going the same guy. They thought it was a switch, but it wasn't actually a switch. And now someone's wide open in the corner for three, or someone's wide open cutting to the basket for an easy layup. So that's more of the cleanup. And then there are some points they just go kind of cold offensively, especially from three. The last couple of games, they're three-point shooting. They didn't take as many threes in this game as they did last game. Anthony Edwards and Jason Tatum didn't take any threes in this game, which is very, very interesting. But, they were kind of trying to attack the paint more and doing that, which I really, really like a lot. So, yeah, three-point shooting hasn't been there. But, they're going to have their on days and their off days. And when they have their, off days, it's good to see that they can still attack the paint. And then yeah, just having LeBron kind of be the captain of this team. I mean, it's LeBron James. You know what he does, but just having LeBron be the captain of this team and being the one that laying games, just being like, all right, give me the ball. I'm gonna find, I'm gonna make this work, and we're gonna win the game like this. Really, I just feel like a lot of the others have to step up. Guys like Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, Drew Hot, like I feel like those guys have to step up a lot more. LeBron has been really good. Steph has done his thing. Joel is getting better. AD has been again probably maybe the most consistent player. Bam has done his solid. It's just really the other guys. I think Devin Booker and Jason Tatum have to be a lot better. I feel like those guys could be game changers in terms of those guys can have games where they have 15 to 20 points and hit a lot of big shots and do a lot of great things. So I feel like if those two can really step up, that would be nice. And then yeah, I think just communication errors. Just cleaning up a lot of the sloppy defensive mistakes and even some offensive mistakes here and there can go a long way. And we still have not seen Kevin Durant yet. Probably won't see him until Olympic time. Sunday is their first game of full Olympic basketball, of like the real games. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, they ultimately it wasn't perfect, but they end up going undefeated in their tune-up games at the end of the day. So can't wait to see the next game. Can't wait to see how this team comes together and how they get ready for the real Olympics. But yeah, it's gonna be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, do all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps out a lot. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.